The secret of synchronicity, or what we call hashgacha pratit, divine providence, is based on belief, emuna. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov says that emuna is koach hamoshech. It's the power of drawing. Rough translation, law of attraction. For us to be open to receive and believe that transformation is possible in itself is already a transformation. I have amazing couple stories to tell you. Please watch till the end. It's worth your time. I have a coaching client who has been, coming to me for a couple months now. And I've been telling him the story of Rebbe Nassan of Breslov, star student of Rabbi Nachman, who came to Rabbi Nachman with a missing button on his coat. Rabbi Nachman noticed the missing button. He said, "Have you prayed for that button?" And Rabbi Nassan was like, "It's just a button." He's like, No. Every single thing that you're missing in your life, all of your lacks, are opportunities for prayer. It's an opportunity for a connection with the source, with the King of all kings. You must use that opportunity to connect and request. Don't think because you're requesting for the button to be fixed or to get a new button that it's something lowly and not worth your time and energy. The fact that it is the opportunity to speak to the Creator is already infinite in value. So I gave that story over actually a couple times in the coaching because it was just relevant to our conversation. And one day he's here in my office. And, I bring up the story again. There's a little bit of a back and forth. And then after like a minute or two, there's some type of pound on the table. And I'm still in shock. And I think he is too. Out of nowhere, a button appears and just kind of like drops out of thin air on his wallet, which is on my table here. We both check our clothes. He's not missing any buttons. I'm not missing any buttons. No one else is in the room. And the button is not the same button as either of the buttons that we have on our clothing. Completely above logic, above reason. I have no idea. I just know that it was magical. And everything's from Hashem. Everything is from the Creator. So obviously, somehow, some way, the Creator is leading this special soul to come closer to Him. And for me too, and hopefully for you guys too, to hear such a weird but cool story about what's possible. This client, who is now a good friend, still keeps this button in his wallet to this day. And that's not the coolest story, in my opinion, aside from the fact that it's literally magical. And no, I didn't make the button. I'm not like a real Kabbalist or anything. I do have a Sefer Yetzirah here in English from Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan, but I can't make any buttons. But it would be nice to make a cow. Kosher cheeseburger sounds nice, but I digress. Anyway, next story, same individual. On the way to our meeting, he stops by a cemetery. He was just inspired to go over there and stop. And he's checking around, and there's wonderful murals, beautiful paintings. And he comes across one in particular with this Moses-looking figure with a staff. There's lights and circles around. It's just like a very divine painting. And this individual staff has two letters in the middle of it, the letter Aleph and the letter Tav, which spells Et. Now, he doesn't tell me this. First and foremost, first of all, we're just having the meeting as normal. He's sharing the absolute huge transformations he's experienced since working with me. And, I say that lightly because for those that do want to work with me and want to inquire about potentially working with me in my coaching, it's not like an expectation that you work with me and you'll see miracles and magic and awesomeness. It's possible. It's up to the person to be open to that and to do the work. This person really put in the work. I'm just the vessel here to be like the guide in your hero's journey. And I'm proud to do so. I'm just clarifying, don't expect magic to happen by coaching with me. Anyway, so he tells me that in the 3 months we've worked together, he feels like he's lived literally multiple lifetimes. Just transformations and transformations. Alchemizing, transmuting, transforming. And he said he came up with an equation for life that just makes sense to him. Ratzon chofshi, free will, plus emunah, belief, plus savlanut, patience. And I was inspired. I'm a guy of numbers. So I'm inspired on the spot to check the gematria. So I add them all together, and the gematria of all three is 1,400. And then we have the principle of Elif la'alef. We can turn the 1,000 into a 1. So then the 1,400 turns into a 401. And I said, oh, that's so cool. Your equation equals 401, which is the gematria of Et, Aleph and Tav. And the Zohar says that Et is one of the names of the Malchut, of the Shechina, of the Divine Presence. It is a hint to all the 22 letters of the Aleph base, because it's the first letter and the last letter. So it represents this complete system, this complete level of the soul. And he was shocked. He's like, bro, I gotta show you something. And then he shows me this picture that he just took 30 minutes prior at the cemetery with this staff. And in the picture, in the middle of the staff, is the same word as the equation that he thought of in gematria, Et, Aleph and Tav. And it doesn't end there, just in terms of the crazy connection of what's happening here. I was also like, whoa, this is so cool that I'm able to give this over to you and to share this idea with you, because I learned from the book Kol HaTor, which was from one of the students of the Vilna Gaon, that you can check your own numerical value, your own gematria, up to 3 generations. So I checked mine. Adam Yitzchak, Ben Ariel Reuven, Ben Yisrael. And it's the gematria of 1,399. And you can always add one in gematria. So my gematria is the same gematria as the full equation that he shared with me. And here I am revealing to him this miracle of miracles in his life, just to show him that Hashem is with him and Hashem is guiding him in a magnanimous way, because he's open to it and he wants to do the work. Very cool. And there's more to say about the numbers. I mean, that's kind of just opening up the head of the needle, so to speak. And, there's many more stories to tell about people and the miracles that Hashem can do for us. But it's amazing to consider just how much we can experience the bliss of life by being open and believing and choosing to believe that transformation is possible. The Zohar says, those who come to be purified are assisted from above. If we come with the intention to transform and improve our lives, Hashem will help us. That's the equation. Simple. So, for those that are interested to see what type of magic might be possible for you, feel free to reach out and we can get on a discovery call, free coaching call, and see if you're fit to work with me. I'm also opening up my next cohort for my crash course on the Sfirot, on the Tree of Life. It is an escape from the matrix type of course where we're connecting to our inner life, our inner Zion, so to speak. Please like, share, comment, and follow. Feel free to share some of your miraculous stories in the comments. I'd love to hear and be empowered by what Hashem has done for you in your life, and to be excited over what's possible moving forward. And check out rebadam.com. All the best.